Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Dr. Kelly. Let's see. It is June 25th, 2018 already. Can you believe it? The year is halfway over. And I want you to think for a moment about that. Gosh, it's already June. We're almost July. Did you make any plans to do something different this year? Did you start with something in January and say, I'm going to lose weight this year. I'm going to get this under control. I'm going to change the way I eat. I'm going to work to eliminate my pain. I'm going to exercise more. Did you make any of those big claims? Did you proclaim it to the world? Did you complain a lot and say, I hate this, I don't like this, this is going wrong, I'm going to change it? Now's the time to do a check-in. And hi, Penny, see if you ever did it. Did you do it? Did you try? Did you even start? I want to tell you about my weekend. So to give you a little bit of inspiration, and because I want you to know that you're in control. Okay, I hear so many people complain all the time. Let's take a look at Facebook. Why do so many people get rid of Facebook or say they don't want to go on it anymore? Because they're sick of all the people complaining. All they do is put up there, the things that they don't like about other people, don't like about themselves. But let's not worry about anybody else. You're only allowed to complain and worry about yourself. If you don't like your weight, if you don't have energy, if you have pain, if you have bad skin, if you have symptoms that you haven't found results to, it's time to do something different. So this weekend, me and my son Matthew, as well as a group of other people, were in Pleasant Prairie. Good morning, Melissa. And you're welcome. We were in Pleasant Prairie for a triathlon. So a triathlon is an event where you do some swimming, then you do some biking, and then you do some running. Okay. And so my son Matthew was competing in the high school championship, the USA Triathlon High School Championship. It was the first time that race has ever been done in Wisconsin, and a group of triathletes. My son is involved with a youth triathlon group. They were all doing this event. There were also many adults there. There was a shorter distance and there was a very long distance. But the super cool thing about this event is it was a beautiful facility, a beautiful lake in Pleasant Prairie. On Lake Andrea or Lake Andrea. I'm not sure how you say that for the lake. But the super, super cool part is that it was also a USA triathlon for para-triathletes. Now, if you don't follow triathlons, you would have no idea what that means. But what a para-triathlete is, it's a person who has some type of physical disability. So I saw the sprint distance for the swimming was 750 meters. That's really, really long. Most of the sprint triathlons around here are 400 or 500 meters. So this is 750 meters. That's a long distance unless you're a great swimmer. So swimmers have no problem with that. The kids or the people, the adults who have swam all their life. Me, I'm like, oh my God, that's so far. But you can do it, okay? The point of this story is going to be that if you want to make a change, if you want your weight to change, if you want to be healthier, if you want to eat better and get energy and remove pain, all those things that you complain about all the time, you can do it. You've got no reason to have an excuse, because I saw people with no arms, or arms where this one woman had arms to here and then she had hands. Okay, so all she had was this. Stubs and then hands right here. She swam 750 meters. I saw her swimming it in the water. And I thought, oh my gosh, how can she swim with that? I saw people with barely any arms or one arm swimming 750 meters. Okay. I saw people with no legs or one leg swim 750 meters, bike 12 miles, and run 3 miles. with one leg and one prosthetic, one metal leg. It's amazing to see these people overcome their challenge, because although some of them may have been born with their physical limitation, there were several blind athletes. There were numerous people who you could obviously see didn't develop from the waist down. Their legs were very small, unable to use them. The woman I just described to you with only partial arms and then her hands at the end, they were born with that condition. And their whole life, they've had to overcome it. They've had to do things differently than you and I, who have full arms and full legs, right? And some of them, for example, a woman who we met a couple years ago, Melissa Stockwell, she actually participates in the Olympics, okay? She didn't start out as an athlete, though. She told us her story when she was visiting Green Bay. She participated in an event with My Team Triumph, which is a local nonprofit organization that takes people with different abilities and disabilities and takes them along on athletic events, in triathlons, duathlons, and on runs. She came and spoke at one event. I think it was 2 years ago. She also came and spoke to our youth triathlon team. She has one leg. She's an above-the-knee amputation, but she wasn't born that way. She was a service member. I do believe she was in the Army, and her vehicle went over a bomb, and it blew up, and she lost her leg. And from that time, she struggled. She struggled a lot. She shared her story with us, but she overcame it. And in that overcoming it, she became a triathlete, a para-triathlete. She had never done a triathlon before she lost her leg. So just think about that, people. So many of us complain about all of our own issues. Well, I can't because of this. Well, I can't. Well, that's too hard. Going gluten-free, that's too hard. I'm not going to do that. Oh my God. This woman survived a bomb, lost all of her blood, lost her leg completely. Not only did she survive it, she chose to overcome it and overcome it to a level that now she participates in the Olympics. She was at that event. She was at this event and did the sprint triathlon on Sunday. She had a great event, although she actually said, you know what? It didn't go as planned for her. It didn't go as good as she had wanted. But imagine having to be helped into the water because you only have one leg. She can't swim with her prosthetic leg. Then she had to do her swim. People have to help her out of the water so she can get her prosthetic. Then she runs into the transition area. She's got to get on her bike, get off her wetsuit, all those things. And then, get out on the course, jump off her bike with one leg, and then run for 3 miles. So people, this is the time to reevaluate your complaining, to reevaluate your barriers, I can't. Well, I can't do that. Well, that's so hard. You know how many times I hear that? And it's okay. Like somebody who just starts working with me and we find out your food reactions, or I give you a plan of what needs to change and you're like, oh my God, that's so hard. Yeah, it is. And that's okay to be real with it. I'm not ripping on you for that because change is hard. But stop sitting back and saying, it's too hard. I don't like my weight. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I need to lose weight. You say it every day to everyone, yet you don't do anything about it. Time to change, people, and you can do it. All those things that stop you are excuses. If I could see that woman with no arms swim 3/4 of a mile, anybody can do it. I'm not saying any of you have to go out and do triathlons. I do triathlons because it helps to keep me moving. It helps me to set a goal. It helps me to stay active, and it keeps my thyroid and my rheumatoid conditions under much better control. I feel better when I'm doing a little bit of swimming, a little bit of biking, and a little bit of running. Okay? My symptoms stay in check when I stay active, when I eat well, when I have a goal, when I set an event and a date to keep me motivated, to keep me moving. We all need things to help us do those things, right? And do you think these para-triathletes are just, I'm an amazing athlete. I lost my leg, but I'm an amazing athlete and I'm just going to keep on doing this? No, I just told you about Melissa, who was never an athlete before she lost her leg. Those people who have been blind their whole life and have to trust their guide to take them through each piece of that. Their guide swims right next to them. I saw a man who was swimming almost in a circle, and his guide had it worked out for him to get him straight. To get him straight, he would have been right up on the rocks. Sometimes we need a guide. Sometimes we need a little bit of help. And that's okay. You're not in this alone. There are so many resources out there for you. There are so many things to help you through it, and to guide you and to get you doing what you need to do. So today is the day that I want you to reevaluate. Today is the day I want you to dare to try. And the caption says Dare2Tri because that's actually the name of the group out of Chicago that had all of these para-triathletes there. They're a nonprofit organization. So if you ever want to volunteer or donate your time, if you want to donate funds, think about the special equipment that these people need. It takes a lot of money to help them overcome barriers. Do you think each one of them set out because they wanted to be an Olympian triathlete? And there were a couple of para-triathletes who actually compete in the Olympics, but most of them were not. They're just somebody who needs to be encouraged, who needs somebody to be their friend, to be their mentor, to be their guide, to help them through life so that they can be the best them. So I want you to be the best you that you can be. And sometimes you need a little bit of help along the way. And sometimes you do crazy things like triathlons just because you need to get out of yourself. Because most of the things, we've talked about this before, most of the time, the only thing stopping you from losing weight is you. The only thing stopping you from getting the right care, the right medication, the right treatment for your thyroid is you. Okay? Stop making excuses that it's the insurance's fault, that it's the food industry's fault. And it is the food industry's fault, but stop blaming them. You can make a different choice. So dare to try. Dare2Tri.com is that para-triathlete, the disabled athletes organization. If you know anybody, child who's lost a leg, who needs encouragement, who needs friends similar, that's a great group. Or as well, here in the Green Bay area, we have My Team Triumph. So look them up as well to give to other people who have some disabilities. I got started in My Team Triumph in 2010 because of my friend Lisa, who has Huntington's disease. She passed away this year, but I was doing triathlons on my own, but then to do a triathlon with her, amazing, because it made her so happy. It helped her get out of her limitations. Okay, hi Lori. So people, no more excuses. You can do it. All you have to do is want to. Again, I'm not telling you all to do triathlons, but if any one of you wanted to do a triathlon and you were scared, I'd do it with you to get you through it. Just ask my friend Kathy. I got her started doing a triathlon. Just ask my friend Charlene. I got her to do a couple of triathlons. Does that mean now she's this big triathlete? No, but she started to do something different. It challenged her. It got her out of her comfort zone, and they did it. Okay? So it's not that hard, guys. Stop saying it's too hard. It's too hard to change. I don't want to change might be the real thing that you mean. And if you don't want to, That's your choice too. I'm not forcing anybody who doesn't want to, but if you're complaining all the time about something in your life that you don't like, it's time you make the change and stop making excuses. So, one other thing I want you to think about, besides all of these individuals who did an amazing job at this triathlon over the weekend, super inspiring. I saw this little man, very, he 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet tall, who did this triathlon. The 750 meter swim, he got on his little bike and he biked those 12 miles and then he pursued and he ran his whole 3 miles. He was amazing, super inspiring, so good for him. What an accomplishment. All of them, every athlete, no matter their ability or disability, super accomplishment. Great job. So think about this. My friend Connie used to tell me this story that her mom would say to her when she was whining or complaining about, life's misfortunes. Why does this happen to me? You know what? We all get that way sometimes. Why'd this happen to me? Poor me. I can't. I'm just this way. I want you to think about this story. Either think about the para-triathletes or think about this story. If you were with a group of people and you all sat in a circle, there's a great big basket in the middle. All you have to do is put all of your problems into the basket. We can relieve you of every one of your barriers, one of your issues, your anxiety, your depression, your physical limitation, your parent who passed away, your cancer, your thyroid disease, whatever your problem is, whatever the things are that weigh you down, that are barriers for you, put them into the basket. Put them all into the basket, people. And then we're going to pass that basket around the room. And you get to pick whose ever problems you want. Think about that. Somebody across the circle, maybe they're dying of a stage 4 cancer. Are you going to pick their problem? Somebody over there, their children were just killed in a car accident. Are you going to pick their problems over there? The person sitting next to you has no legs. They were blown off, or maybe they were born without legs, the use of their legs at all. Are you going to pick their problems? Or when it's your turn to pick out of that basket, are you going to pick your own problems back because you know them? They're really not that bad. You're going to start to overcome them, and you know you can handle it. Think about that. Whose problems would you choose? And it's your opportunity to give your problems away, to take them back, and to start to do something different. Okay, so be inspired today, guys, on this Monday. I hope that was a little bit of motivation. I'm going to write that up and put it out on discoveryhealthlifestyle.com. I tend to do these videos and I want to write about it, but I've already did the video, so then I don't write about it. I've got to get more of these out on the blog as well so that you can reference them there. I'll put the video there too. So visit there. Guys, don't forget to go to drkellyfelmer.com. You can schedule appointments there as well and look at my courses. I've got a free weight loss course out there. I've got a weight loss course with some testing to find your barriers. So it's Beat the Barriers to Weight Loss. Look for that. Of course, I have the food testing course that helps you to change your relationship with food and find your food reactions to lose weight, to get your health back, to get your pain to go away, your skin conditions to go away, all those good things. And a hormone course coming soon too. But otherwise, I just work with you if you've got a hormone issue. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.